Hey there, I'm Rod with ebikes.org, and this is the G4 from Gocycle. We're going to take a deep dive into this bike and give you the full review in just a moment. But first, as always, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That helps us a ton. Leave a comment below letting us know what you thought of this review, and check out ebikes.org for a ton of reviews just like this one and other e-bike related products. Okay, with that business out of the way, let's take a deeper look at the G4 from Gocycle. Now, if you haven't noticed, the G4 is a different looking e-bike than most of the ones on the market. This bike is designed by a former McLaren design engineer. They spent a lot of time on performance, putting a lot of work into the details of this bike. This bike is designed to be a foldable, lightweight e-bike, and it is exactly that. This is one of the lightest e-bikes I have ever ridden, and it screams portability. This is a perfect bike for someone that takes public transit in the city. Maybe you have a long commute from the transit station to home. This is the perfect bike that you can ride, pick up, put on the train, take it with you up into the office building. It's a really, really solid high-end city bike. The most notable thing on this bike is probably its injection molded aluminum frame that folds in half. We have a latch on the handlebar stem here, folds down, and we have a latch in the middle that folds the bike right in half. Within a couple seconds, we have this bike down to half of the footprint it was before, making it super easy to fold in half and take with you. This bike was engineered to be lightweight and portable. So as you can see, this is not like most e-bikes where you have the chain exposed or the belt exposed. All the drive mechanics are encased inside of the frame. This prevents any kind of grease and dirt getting on your clothes, and it also keeps the drivetrain clean from the elements outside. You can see back here, we have these very lightweight aluminum wheels. They are 20-inch wheels encased in race car-like tires. These tires are super sticky, very smooth, so it provides a very smooth rolling experience, but they provide a ton of grip. On top of the wheels, we have these all-weather fenders. They are super lightweight, but they are also flared at the end to catch any kind of water on the road or elements on the road, keeping them off of your clothes, keeping you dry and clean. Nothing worse than showing up at the office with a dirt stripe up your back from riding your bike. You can see here we have a rear suspension. This is a Gocycle proprietary shock, giving you a little bit of comfort as you're riding, just to absorb some of the bumps in the road. When I was riding this was really comfortable. It's not super noticeable like you would see on maybe some of the high-end mountain bikes, but you don't need that much of a suspension when you're riding, just a little bit to absorb the bumps in the road. Unlike a lot of e-bikes where you see the hub motor in the back, this is a front hub motor that was obviously designed to be small, compact, and powerful. Gocycle has done a great job of integrating it into the front hub. You can barely notice it when you're looking at it. I think that's one of the beautiful things about this bike, is that all the power comes from this small hub motor up front. I weigh about 200 pounds, and this thing pushed me along really with no problem at all. Even when I was doing some steep hill climbs to test this out, it had enough power to get me up. I wouldn't say that this is a hill climbing bike. It's certainly made for the city and the flats, but if you do encounter some hills, it has plenty of juice to get you up those hills. Like we always say, stopping power is key when you're riding an e-bike, and that is why Gocycle has put on these hydraulic brakes. These are proprietary hydraulic brakes from Gocycle, but they provided plenty of stopping power. They felt really, really comfortable when you're using them. As soon as you want to stop, they stop. So it took me just a minute to figure this out, but the power button for this bike is integrated into the frame as well. Just like everything on this bike, there's nothing that goes to waste. And then if you take a look at the cockpit up here, it kind of looks like Knight Rider, where you have the dots going back and forth. It's kind of a cool effect. This feels kind of like a spaceship when you're turning it on. It's pretty cool. Now you also notice that in the cockpit there is no display, there's no controller. That all comes with a phone app that you sync up to the bike itself. allowing you to control the bike as you see fit. As you can see, I have my phone attached to the handlebars here with little rubber straps on either side, keeping it in place. And I can see how fast I'm going, my battery level. I'm also able to select the power mode that I want to use. So you can go from eco mode. There's a custom setting that you can set up using the app. There's a city plus mode, giving you a little bit more power. And there's a city mode, which is about in the middle of eco and city plus. So it gives you a good range of options for how much power you need while you're riding. Again, this e-bike is a little bit different than most. A lot of them allow you to control the pedal assist. This one actually is responsive to your riding. The Gocycle does is actually have shifting for you, so you can make the shifting harder as you go to, when you're on the city flats. That way you make sure you're not out pedaling your bike. As you're going faster, you're able to shift into second and into third gear for you. On the left-hand side, we actually have the headlight control. So you can turn this and it actually will change your headlights on the go. You can see on the back, we have a minimalist style taillight. It has these 3 bright LEDs that are visible from far away. It's super important to be visible when you're riding in traffic. Another noticeable feature about this bike is the dual leg kickstand. It's a little different than most e-bikes that you see. You'll see a dual leg kickstand on a lot of the long tail cargo bikes or heavier bikes. But on this one, it actually comes into play because it allows you to pop that front wheel up and fold it in half. Getting off of these is very easy as well. You just rock the bike back, give it a little kick, and you're good to go. That's about as easy as it gets when it goes to a kickstand. So as you can see, the G4 from Gocycle is a compact, lightweight machine. It was designed by a former McLaren design engineer, so you know the details were sweated. This is the perfect city bike for someone that has to jump on a train or has to carry their bike up several flights of stairs. This is the lightest e-bike I have ever ridden. It absolutely screams high-end design and portability. Well, that does it for this review. If you made it this far, I hope you found it informative and helpful. If you liked the review, let us know what other e-bikes you want to see on the channel. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and spread the word. It helps us out a ton. And until next time, ride safe.